How you doing? I'm Kerin from KerinRealty, and welcome to Home Inspection. How you guys doing? Kerin from KerinRealty, and we're here with Mitch, the CEO of Home Team Inspection Services.
Greetings.
So we are here right now. We're going to do frequently asked questions that our buyers ask us on a daily basis about home inspections. So the first one is, what is a home inspection?
Home inspection, Kerin, is very simple. It's the way that a consumer can protect themselves from moving ahead with a transaction. What our job really is to describe by inspecting all of the components in the home, from roof right down to the foundation, windows, doors, receptacle, hot water heater, kitchen appliances, everything is inspected. And the home team, of course, does it a little bit differently. We bring a team of professionals out. But the focus is to give the consumer an accurate description of the home before he goes through the transaction. Most of the homes today are being sold as is, so it's especially important that the consumer has a good idea of what they're getting themselves into.
Okay, so then as a buyer, what do I look for? How do I choose a home inspector?
Excellent question. The last thing you really should be asking when you're choosing a home inspection company is price. What you really want to find out is the qualifications. You want to pick an inspector that has at least 5,000 inspections experience, number one, that carries errors and omissions malpractice insurance, critical, and does a concise, easy to read professional report. Now the home team does it a little bit differently because we bring a team out which consists of a general master inspector, a heating and air conditioning inspector, a WDO termite inspector if necessary, and the insurance inspections, which we'll talk about in a few minutes.
So now, one thing is, in a contract you have X amount of days to get a home inspection. So by law you don't have to get a home inspection, but Mitch, should somebody 100% get a home inspection?
Well, here's the thing, it's like buying a used car. Would anyone ever buy a car, a $15,000, $20,000 car, without having a mechanic check it out? Exactly. I don't think so. Here, people are buying a $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 home, and although 90% of the consumers buy a home inspection, some don't. It's really a very big mistake. You need to know what's going on because there are many, many defects in these houses that a professional can detect. We are not looking at the cosmetics. We don't care about the cosmetics. We're up in the attic examining the structure. Are there broken trusses? Are there crushed ductwork? What about mold? These are critical multi-$1,000 defects that you need to know about.
Right. I mean, even me with my buyers, I always make sure, always get a home inspection. God forbid you find something a year down the road that could have been detected or stopped you from buying the house or renegotiated with the seller to have it fixed. I feel definitely home inspection is always necessary. So, you know, we found out what a home inspection is. What is a termite inspection entitled?
Well, in the state of Florida, before 2007, pretty much every transaction required a WDO termite inspection. When the market crashed, for some reason, not every transaction, not every lender requires a WDO. A WDO is a wood destroying organism inspection. We bring out a professional company, because you have to be licensed in the state of Florida to perform these, and you get a report along with our report. Now this report is required on many government-based loans. FHA, VA, a lot of the other government-based loans require this report, and they run anywhere from $75 to $100. We bring that team member as part of our team. They're specifically looking for any wood-destroying organisms. That is also including fungi. Besides termites, they're looking for any wood-destroying fungi which can affect the transaction and the structure.
Okay. So now, one thing a lot of people get confused is there's your home inspection, termite, but you also have insurance that are requiring certain things. So one is a 4-point. That's an insurance-based inspection, correct?
That is correct, and there's a lot of confusion, and the industry is changing. This is the form that pretty much used that citizens came up with, and they're really looking for red flags. What the insurance companies have done is very interesting. They are looking to minimize their losses. And how do they do that? They don't want to insure a home that has a 20-year roof or a 20-year-old air conditioning system. Why? Because they know there's a higher chance that those homes will have a claim. There's a whole list of items that they don't want to give insurance for. For instance, if it has aluminum wiring, if it has polybutylene piping, there's a whole litany of stuff. Now, the insurance inspector has to take very specific pictures and document everything that they say. Most of the requirements from the insurance companies are for homes that were built before 1990. That's the benchmark year, but that is changing. In conjunction with that is an inspection that actually can help the consumer. That's a wind mitigation insurance inspection, where the industry has to literally give discounts depending on the components in the home, the age of the home, what type of hurricane clips. Does the house have hurricane shutters in every window? Is there a reinforced garage door? And these inspections are quite complicated to do professionally. As you can see, there are many pages, and they have to take pictures. We at the home team have decided it's really, and if you think about it, it's really a conflict of interest for the home inspector to get involved in insurance discounts. So when we do it, we bring out a separate inspector. And the beautiful thing about this is they don't have to load the report up with items that we find on the home inspection. It's kept separately. We're just addressing the areas of concern that they're concerned about. And these are generated the next day along with our inspection report, and these are the only ones you want to give to the insurance company.
So again, if you guys have any questions on this, please call, Mitch at Home Team. We'll have his number at the end of the video and his email. So one other really important question we get is a home inspection needed or necessary when an FHA, VA, or USDA appraisal come out? A lot of buyers think that they're already getting their house inspected from that appraisal, and there's a lot of confusion there.
That's another great question. As a matter of fact, if you read the documents that FHA VA gives you, it specifically, in big bold letters in the very front page, says this is not a home inspection. We recommend you, the consumer, hire a private home inspector, because VA and FHA inspectors, they're just looking for the catastrophic visual events. They're not going up into the attic. They're not doing a performance check on the heating and air conditioning. They're not going around and checking all the electrical service. So it's a basic cursory inspection that gives the government some idea that they're not lending money on a house that really is in catastrophic condition.
Another question from our buyers is, should I get a home inspection if I'm building or I'm buying a brand new construction?
That's a very good question. Absolutely. And we would recommend a three-phase inspection. The first inspection, we would come out right before they pour the foundation. We can look at the structural steel, the layout, the plumbing, roughing underneath, and give you a good idea. The second inspection, probably is the most important one, is a pre-drywall inspection. Once the block is up, or the framing, the trusses, and all the electrical, plumbing, air conditioning, roughing has been installed, we can see the entire structure, the skeleton, things we can't see towards the end. So that's really a critical inspection. And of course, the last inspection, we bring our team out and help you punch out the house. We find an amazing amount of problems during this process, because if you think about it, the builders are just throwing these components together. There's no supervision, and the busier the market is, the more important it is. So at the minimum, you need a pre-drywall inspection, and they range anywhere from $275 to $375 traditionally in our industry, and of course the final home inspection.
Okay. It's good to know. I mean, a lot of people don't realize to get a home inspection, they think they're under insurance or coverage or whatnot, and they feel that home inspection is not needed. So always get a home inspection.
And not only that, is that once you close, you lose your bargaining power with the builder.
Right.
The builder wants to close the deal. They want your money. So you have a bargaining power, and even some of the cosmetic issues, you can have them fixed to your satisfaction before you close. Plus, you don't want the builder to come back. They don't show up after it's, since not everyone is doing the proper job.
So the question is, buyer A gets a home inspection, there's a major default, ends up killing the deal. So they move on to another house and they find another home they love and they're in contract and they get a home inspection again. Is there a discount price for using you guys again, knowing that the first house didn't, it fell through and they have to do another one?
Absolutely. We'll be happy to give a discount on the second inspection. And even sometimes we've done 3 or 4 inspections. It's money well worth spent. To spend $300, $400, $500 on a home inspection to save $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 on defects, just as good business sense.
Right.
The other question we often get is, we do the inspection, there's a list of defects and problems, and you go back to the seller to see if they're going to fix it. How do we know? Do we come back and recheck those? And the answer is really no. In the 35,000 inspections the home team has done the last 22 years, we've only done maybe 30 or 40 re-inspections. And the reason for that is very simple. Any repairs need to be done by a licensed contractor, and you have to get a receipt. So if, for instance, if the roof is leaking, we put that in the inspection report, you need to have the seller produce a receipt from a licensed roofing contractor. Right. Because then if there's a problem when you move in, you're not going to call the realtor or us up. We told you about it. You're going to call that roofer up. So the mantra in our industry, No receipt, assume it wasn't done.
Our next question, is there a difference of a house, from the 60s, 70s, 80s, or today, a better built house? Is there a better house to look at year-wise?
Absolutely. In 2003, the state of Florida completely revamped their building code, and that basically because of Hurricane Andrew. Now the homes are being built to a much higher standard. So because of that, the insurance companies will automatically give you the maximum discounts on the home that was built after 2003, with two exceptions. One, if every window had a hurricane shutter, you get an additional discount, and also if there was a hip style roof, you get another discount. Okay. So the answer is yes, even though the home is built in the 60s or 70s, many cases are very structurally sound, it's to a different standard now, much higher.
We thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions regarding anything about home inspection, feel free to contact Mitch at any time. His email and phone number are on the bottom of the screen. Again, if you have any questions, if you're looking to buy a house, before you buy a house, if you're looking for a home inspection, just have any questions regarding your house. Thank you so much. Talk to you guys soon.